Hey guys, welcome back to another beta video. So today we are going to be looking at Ape Escape on the Pizza Hut demo disc version 1. Before I get into the actual script of this video, I will be posting a link in the description where you can find a playlist of all these betas or the demo discs that I've done so far, where you can watch all of them in its entirety. This one's going to be quite interesting today because not only is it partnered with Pizza Hut, but it's also the fact that there are quite a few interesting examples of betas on this demo disc that we will be looking through in the next couple of videos. But anyway, getting on to the script, demo discs are an amazing piece of history, and I think a lot of us do love. Whether it be a small demo disc that we'd get from a PC, for the PC magazine, which I had loads of, or for the demos on the PlayStation 2 and 1, which I also had as well, or other consoles, like with the Xbox original or the GameCube, for instance. They also had demos that you could look at. Demo discs nowadays aren't really a thing that you can get. You can still get demo discs, but it's not like it used to be back in the early 2000s, late 90s and whatever. If you really want to have a demo nowadays, especially for PC, you download a small snippet and of an online beta or whatever, or a virtual copy, and then you play it until you uninstall it. I remember the last ever downloadable demo that I ever played was the Left 4 Dead 2 beta / demo on my Xbox 360, and since then I have not downloaded a demo since, unless it was for beta purposes. But either way though, I've already covered a few betas, in terms of their differences and to their counterparts, their final counterparts. One of the most interesting examples that I could come across was the Time Splitters 2 beta in, I think it was February 2001, I think it was, on the PS2. That was a really interesting beta to cover, as it was more Time Splitters 1 than it was Time Splitters 2, because it was in that early stages. But anyway, going forward, there are quite a few interesting examples when it comes to demo discs, and that is when you come into the examples of McDonald's and Pizza Hut giving customers demo discs when they buy their products. So for instance, with Pizza Hut, you, at this time, I think it was like 98, 97, you could buy a stuffed crust pizza, and then you get a demo disc with quite a few games, and there were 3 discs from what I know, and we'd get to them very soon. We will be getting to them very soon, my apologies. But anyway, yeah. So it was interesting to see that, McDonald's and Pizza Hut were doing these demos, and not only that, but there were cash prizes as well, which is really interesting. But either way, let's get on to a little bit of the backstory on these Pizza Hut demo discs, and then later on down the line in the future, we'll be getting to the McDonald's discs and whatever. Now, obviously, like I said, with a special offer where you could buy a stuffed crust pizza from any of the stores that were doing this promotion, you would get either one of the 2 discs, depending on what disc was being promoted, which I do think, like I said before, was around 1998, 1999, around that area. But there was also a 3rd disc as well that you could also get, and this was like a prequel, should I say, to the first 2 demo discs that you could get, as there was the version 1 and then there was version 2, but there was a almost 3rd disc, like I said, like a prequel, which was called the Pizza Powered PlayStation Giveaway CD, I think, yeah. I'm trying to read off the script, but yeah, which was released in 1997, 1998, and with all these discs, you could win a huge cash prize. I think it was like 500,000 or something like that, something absolutely ridiculous. I don't know who won the money of any of these discs. I have no clue whatsoever. But what I'm more interested in, obviously, is trying to find what the differences are in terms of these demos compared to their final counterparts, and that's why I'm going to be looking at the Pizza Hut demo disc version 1 and then going through the games if I can, and then finding differences to their final counterparts. So anyway, so this disc that we're going to be looking at contains 5 demos that over the course of a few videos we will be looking at. It will be Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, Ape Escape, Crash Team Racing, and Final Fantasy 8, and Cool Borders 4 as well. So like I said before, we're going to be looking at Ape Escape. Now, interestingly enough, there are quite a few things that are quite intriguing about the Ape Escape demo on the disc. Let's start with the start of the game. When it does load up, even as it is loading, we can see that we notice that the notice about using the analog controls is different to the final product. As well as in the intro cutscene for the game, when it's booted, the cutscene featuring Spectre, is very different compared to the final product. Basically, the demo is featuring more of a bamboo room and being a lot less detailed than what you can see in the final product. Like I do every video, there will be comparisons. When getting to the main menu, we can see that the font for the new game is different compared to its final counterpart. Obviously, when getting into the game, we are dropped straight into the first level of the game. When getting the briefing from Cassie, the screen is a little different also compared to the final counterpart. There's no siren, or there's no icons to represent how many tokens there are, how many monkeys there are on the level, even though it does say it. Hopping into the first level, there is no voice line by Spike, and when it does come to capturing monkeys, you'll see that Spike has a way higher pitch in his voice than what he does in his final counterpart. I don't know if this was to stay as his voice, but I do much prefer his deeper voice we get later on down the line in his final counterpart. When capturing the amount of monkeys you need on the level though, there is yet again no voice line, but also different camera.
Yes!
On the stage clear scene, we also have no voice line from Natalie.
You did great.
Getting into the time station, we see that is totally different compared to the final product of the game. It has a lot more dark atmosphere and in the demo than what we are used to in the final product. There's also a huge comparison between the two. You'll see that there are many areas, such as the training area, saving area, and other areas are different in the final product. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a bit of gameplay footage of me running around and talking in the time station in the beta, I believe. So yeah, enjoy. I'll see you guys back here in a bit. Hey guys, so I'm just obviously playing the retail version of Ape Escape here, so I'm going to kind of interject into the actual video from the script and whatever. So obviously with the time machine, we obviously can see that it is different in terms when you compare the demo to the retail version of the game. But this is the one thing that really, I think, kind of makes sense to me. I think I know exactly why this is so different. And obviously there is an extra room in the demo version, that is where the warp room is, so where you obviously go to the next level. And the warp room, I could imagine, was originally in the retail version behind this wall. So as you can imagine, obviously this is where the memory area is, or the saving area is, in the demo version. So that's the same. And we also have the training area over there, which is completely the same. And also this room that is, I think, blocked off, if I remember correctly. So I think either this side, or behind that wall even, or behind that wall was where the original warp room was. So that's quite interesting to see. I'm sorry for interjecting. I thought I'd add this in as me talking in the actual game itself, just so I can, in a way, kind of get it to you in a more simpler way. Anyway, back to the video. Hope you guys enjoy. So it is quite interesting to see that something like this is how different this is compared to the final counterpart. It just shows what progress they're in, and whilst this demo was released and it must have been back a bit in the pipeline of development due to the time machine being at this stage of what it is in. So what's interesting about this time machine is just being able to see that this part of the game is completely different compared to anything else in the game. You know, you've got the darker atmosphere. You know, I think there's a room missing, I believe, and just everything in general about this time machine in this beta is, I don't know, I find it better. I don't know why, but I just find it a lot better than the actual final counterpart. But then at the same time, I feel like maybe there are benefits to the final counterpart of the time machine. But anyway, moving on, when we basically get to the training area, there is 2 gadgets available that we can use, which is the RC car and the Skyflyer. Now, from what I can tell, there's not any differences in terms of how they are used. This is also the same when it comes to the second mission, when you have to train to use the water net. I really don't see any differences when it comes to using them. But as we step into the next level, we can tell that there is a font difference, and the second level is also named differently compared to the final product. When we hop into the level, though, there is no difference whatsoever compared to the final counterpart. It seems like in this beta, the levels besides the time. Hey guys, I don't know what happened there, but Audacity decided to cut the last bit of that original recording out of my voice for some reason, don't know why. But anyway, yeah, so the only major differences that there are in this demo, besides really small little niche things like the voice lines and all that, is the fact that the time machine's different, and that the opening cinematic is different compared to the final product. But either way, I would suggest that this is probably mid to late beta, going into the final stages of the debugging phase, which a lot of games go through. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. There will be more videos coming out soon. I'm definitely going to be trying to upload 2 a month. The next video will be the Crash Racing demo that is on this disc as well. And if you want to download this ISO and use it on Emulator, I will be posting a link down in the description. It's also going to be the same with eBay listings as well. You can go onto eBay and you can literally find so many of these discs, including the McDonald's ones as well. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will be seeing you in the next one, which is Crash Racing, and then hopefully we can, for 2020, we can actually start uploading videos a bit more frequently than I have in the last couple of years, because I've been very, very slow. Anyway, hope you guys enjoy it. I'll see you guys later. And if you have enjoyed, then please check out my other videos. If you haven't subscribed already, then please do. And also check out my main channel where I do gameplays and playthroughs and so on. Either way, I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching.